everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's always so much fun when these two teams get together, and this game figures to be no different. They developed quite a rivalry over the years. Who will come out on top this time around? It's the Giants going up against the 49ers. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are down the peninsula from San Francisco as you get a look inside modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we've got a good NFC matchup lined up here between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. They come out here in the eye. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This offense has a lot to account for, but at the top of the defense's list is OBJ.
I'm not sure how you really game plan for him, because no matter what you do, he finds a way to uncover himself downfield. And the speed gets it from his mom, a former sprinter at LSU.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Manning. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They'll run here with Vereen. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. For the 49ers, their starters defensively, and I got to look at DeForest Buckner.
Love him. Tall, angular. What you worry about with guys like that is can they bend and play with leverage? And DeForest Buckner absolutely can. Did everything that was asked of him at Oregon. He's going to have a big-time career with the 49ers.
Out on the right, this is Cruz. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Play clock winding down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Giants walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Manning to throw on second down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Victor Cruz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Oh, spinning away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. They run it again with Hyde. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go. Green, 39.
He'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And here's the headshots for the offense. And Carlos Hyde, a talented back,
has taken over as the lead runner. A terrific talent. Can batter you inside, but has more speed than what you expect to take it the distance.
Here we go now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking there for the fullback, Bruce Miller. And that'll make it 3rd down. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Jonathan Hankins is a run-stuffing defensive tackle who creates a pile-up with each and every snap.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, the advantage is certainly... advantage to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Going for it all. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And on the ground they go with a running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down, here's Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
Williams. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Manning throwing on second down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Throwing is Manning on third down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Novak hung it out to the right, missing it right, no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. Torrey Smith, watch him go. Touchdown, 49ers. Torrey Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In order to play a really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Manning to throw on 2nd down. A screen here to Vereen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing now is Manning. A dump off to Vereen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
On the run, here's Vereen. That play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun on third down, Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll field this at the 5. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the deep won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
All right, here we go. 3 now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Ten yards to go on third.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that brings up 4th down.
Well, I've got to give him some credit there. He tried to sell the out route, tried to sell it hard. And as a receiver, what you're really trying to do is maneuver a defender inside to give yourself a little more cushion breaking to the out. But how about the defender reading it really well, not buying the fake or the maneuver inside, and getting to the sideline and helping break up the pass?
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They go play action here on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Stevie Johnson, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Second down, Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Play action. Manning to Breen out in the flat. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Manning now on first down to Shepard, complete over the middle. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent, and that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw on film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decide they'd take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Manning to throw on second down. And Watson has it right side. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Manning. Johnson with a completion over the middle. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to be... And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Throwing now is Manning. That's caught at the 3. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll get it down. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Manning to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Will Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now you're going to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a 1st down here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And New York set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Four down, check. Four down. Here we go now. Clean up.
On second down, Hyde trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use his speed to get there in the run game.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Leopard.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They go play action here on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They'll run. It's Green. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
When DeForest Buckner was at Oregon, for much of his career, the opposite defensive end from him was Eric Armstead. And everyone wondered about these 6'7" guys. Could they get the leverage? Could they get low enough to make plays in the run game? I think the question just got answered with that one. DeForest Buckner knows how to bend and shed blockers and get upfield.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. He's got time. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here we go now. 3-19.
So give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting to throw. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out here in the eye. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Eli to OBJ. What a combo. And really, how do you defend them when they're on their game?
Absolutely, and they're on their game in this one. That's really what this offense is predicated on, isn't it?
It really is. It's explosive plays, and it doesn't matter whether Eli throws it 3 yards or 30 yards. OBJ can provide that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Beckham, the lone receiver right. On 2nd down, here's Manning. He sets to fire deep. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd down following the incompletion. taken down at the 18. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3rd down, Carlos Hyde. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Carlos Hyde, see you later. The 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run, shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't we? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And that'll make this a 6-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now out come the Giants. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this is Shepard on the catch. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Manning to throw on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen. And they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Harris now to return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
The play clock's running down. On 1st down, Manning. It's caught by OBJ. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Manning now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Harris. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. play clock winding down. Manning going to throw. Surveying the field. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Manning throwing on second down. Finding time. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They start the drive with Hyde, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Back to throw. He's going to launch this. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. His throw caught right around the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Manning to throw once more. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from leading this game. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the trainers take a look, will step aside. See if they stay on the ground for second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run. But it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. 2nd down, 8. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a good game. 23 yards on the play.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that, you're going to control an inside running game.
And he had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film.
Let me see that one more time.
Do that again, coach. Look how my legs kept turning. I just kept moving.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd down following the run. They'll run it with Williams. And not much of a... And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.